Two of the top automakers in the United States went bankrupt in 2009 amid high costs and low sales. Could it happen again? Despite record profits in recent years, U.S. automakers are facing union pressure that could have major effects on the future of the auto industry. These companies have lots of stakeholder groups that want a piece of the profit that automakers earn. These groups include investors, executives, and employees, and the employees are part of a labor union that want a lot more of that pie. Maybe even enough to doom the automakers themselves. To understand this conflict, we need to talk a little bit about how these corporations work. Investors pay money for shares of stock in a company, and the company uses that money to invest and grow. The investors then have a right to a portion of the profits in the company. Generally, shareholders of profitable companies either get paid through a dividend from the company or they benefit from the value of shares going up as the company becomes more valuable. These shareholders could be anyone. Common shareholders include investment firms, retirement accounts, hedge funds, and they also include individuals like your grandma, your neighbor, or even you. Investors put their money in a company with the hope of earning more money later. That money could be a major part of your retirement savings. But other groups also want the benefits of those company profits. Around half of the employees at General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis belong to the United Auto Workers Union, or UAW. In case you don't know them, Stellantis owns Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and various other brands. And we are seeing a major conflict between the automakers and the UAW right now. UAW members work in vehicle manufacturing, and the union is trying to get more money for them. Right now, the UAW is requesting a 36% increase in pay, and they want a 32-hour work week for members. They also want to guarantee that wages will continue to rise with inflation over time. Basically, the unions want their members to receive more money for less work, and this is worrying the automakers. Ford's CEO said meeting these demands would put them out of business. The automakers have made good profits for the past few years, which benefit their shareholders. But union workers want more of the company's success to go to them. At the same time, most of the investors in automakers like Ford and GM are institutions, such as retirement accounts and hedge funds. In fact, both GM and Ford have over 2,000 institutional investors that own the majority of their stock. And many of these institutions are also very powerful. So while the executives are working with the demands of the labor union wanting higher wages for the workers, the investors also want to receive a return for their investment. They want extra money to go to them. But if union wages go up a lot, there won't be very much profit or no profit left at all. So the investors would end up receiving no return on their investment. They would sell their stock and the stock price would drop. And a falling stock price would hurt the companies as well. So the executives are in a tough spot. They could give more to the labor unions to end the strike, or they could hold out and hope the UAW gives in. Either alternative could hurt the automakers in a big way. We all know that recent inflation has made life harder for everyone, and that includes the UAW members that are working to manufacture automobiles. But if the companies are hurt too much by rising wages, then the companies could end up going bankrupt and everyone ends up worse off. Somehow these companies must find a way to meet in the middle. The workers do need higher wages as the cost of living increases, and the companies need wages to be low enough for a profit to remain for investors. In the coming weeks, we will see how it all plays out.